Hi everybody, as you can see today I will show you how to crochet the triangle stitch. I've already made a foundation chain of 15 points and a row of single crochets in each chain. Now we are going to start the triangle stitch. The pattern requires 4 chains here in the beginning, 2 chains that count as half double crochet, and 2 chains because we need them. After each triangle we crochet 2 chains. Now skip the first stitch, yarn over, skip the first stitch and insert the hook in the second, draw out a loop, again yarn over in the same stitch, draw out a loop, again yarn over in the same stitch, draw a loop. Now we have 7 loops on the hook, as you can see. Yarn over and pass the yarn through all these loops. 2 chains here, and this is our first triangle. Now to make the triangle for the rest of the row, yarn over, in the previous triangle insert the hook and take the yarn, keep it on the hook, skip a stitch here, yarn over, and in the next one insert the hook and take the yarn over, in the same stitch insert the hook and take the yarn. As you can see, we still have 7 loops here. Yarn over and pass the yarn through all loops. Now 2 chains. The second triangle is ready. Yarn over. To start, insert the hook in the previous triangle, yarn over and insert the hook in the previous triangle, take the yarn, yarn over, skip the next stitch and the next one, in the next one yarn over, insert the hook, yarn over, insert a second time the hook. We have 7 loops, yarn over and pass the yarn through all these loops. 2 chains. Again for the next triangle, yarn over, insert the hook here where is the end of the previous triangle and take the yarn. Now yarn over, skip next stitch and go to the next one and insert the hook and take the yarn, a loop. Again yarn over, insert in the same stitch the hook and take a loop. We always have 7 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pass the yarn through all the loops. 2 chains. Again yarn over, insert in the end of the previous triangle the hook and take the yarn, take a loop, keep it on the hook, yarn over, skip next stitch, and in the next one insert the hook and take a loop, yarn over, and insert in the same stitch the hook and take a loop. Now yarn over and pass the yarn through all loops. Now we are going to make one chain only because we are at the end of our row, and we are going to work a half double crochet. This is the first of the 2 rows that complete the stitch. Now a chain, and here at the beginning we are going to make a simple crochet. In the next spaces where we have worked 2 chains, we are going to work 2 simple crochets in each space. In the next one, 2 simple crochets. In the next one, 2 simple crochets. In the next one, 2 simple crochets. And we're going to finish the row by making a simple crochet at the end, at the last. And this is the stitch. Now we're going to start next row by making our 4 chains. I'm going to make 3 because I prefer it keeps better the edges. Now we're going always to yarn over in the second stitch, take a loop, in the second time in the same loop, in the same stitch, take a loop, third time in the same stitch, take a loop, yarn over, and pass the yarn through all the loops. Here it is. Now I'm going to make a chain, only a chain, because this is a different kind of working. The triangle stitch, this is the lace triangle stitch, like this. But there is the second way to work the triangle stitch, and we're going to see it now. Yarn over and insert the hook in the stitch where you have worked your previous triangle, and take a loop. Now yarn over and go in the next stitch and take a loop. Yarn over the second time and take another loop. We always have 7 loops on the hook, yarn over and work all loops together. A chain. This is a second way of working. Which one you are going to use depends on what you are going to do. Now yarn over, insert here where finishes the previous triangle, take a loop, yarn over in the next stitch, yarn over and take a loop, yarn over a second time and take a loop. 7 loops on the hook, yarn over and pass the yarn through all loops. A chain, yarn over, insert the hook in the previous triangle and take a loop. Yarn over, go insert the hook in the next stitch once and twice, yarn over and take a loop in the same stitch here. We have 7 loops on the hook, yarn over and pass the yarn through all the loops. A chain again, yarn over, insert the hook in the previous triangle here, yarn over in the next stitch once and take a loop, and yarn over twice, insert the hook and take a loop, yarn over and work off, pass the yarn through all loops, a chain, again yarn over, insert the hook in the same stitch where you have worked in the previous triangle, and take a loop, yarn over, go into the next stitch and get a loop, yarn over in the same stitch, you take another loop. We always have 7 stitches here, 7 loops on the hook, yarn over and work all stitches together, a chain, yarn over, insert the hook into the last stitch where you have worked the triangle, get a loop, yarn over, go into the next stitch and take a loop once more in the same stitch, yarn over and take another loop, yarn over and pass the yarn through all loops and make a chain, again yarn over in the stitch where you have worked previous triangle, insert the hook and take a loop, yarn over, go into the next stitch, insert the hook and take a loop, yarn over in the same stitch, take out another loop. You have 7 stitches on the hook, yarn over and pass the yarn through all loops and make a chain. To finish the row, a chain as I've said, and make a half double crochet. Here it is. These are the 2 ways of making the triangle stitch. Now to complete the second row of the second way of making the triangle stitch, we make a chain, we turn. Now for the second row, in the first space we have worked a chain, we work a simple crochet. In the other spaces we have worked the chain, we work 2 simple crochets in each space. So 2 simple crochets here, 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 and then to finish a simple crochet at the last space. And this is the second way. This is called the lace triangle stitch. This is the simple triangle stitch. Which one you are going to use is up to you, depends on what are you going to work, to make. Here I've used the lace triangle stitch to make a blanket, for example. Thanks for being with me. Till next time. Bye.